Hello everyone, my name is Lawrence and thank you so much for watching my channel. On this channel we talk about investing in the stock market and also talk about financial independence. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing such that you don't miss other content like this. Today I'm going to be talking yet another interesting topic. I'm going to be talking about a company called Centum Investment Limited, which is based in Kenya. Why am I going to be talking about it? There is a news that was produced by Business Daily Africa that is based in Kenya, noticing that Cris Kirubi has already bought 92 million worth of shares. So today I'm going to be talking about who is Cris Kirubi and why should we be interested in Cris Kirubi buying 92 million shares of Centum. So let us begin. As usual, we are going to start briefly by explaining who is Cris Kirubi and also briefly talk about Centum Limited and also giving reasons why should we be interested in Cris Kirubi buying 92 million worth of shares in Centum Limited, and should we be buying it or we should be selling it. So as usual, let's go directly to the brief introduction to Centum. So Centum Company Limited, commonly known as Centum, is a public East African investment company. It operates as an affiliate of Kenyan government-owned Industrial Commercial Development Corporation, ICDC. So basically it's leader through, it was founded in 1967. Key people you should know is Donald Kaberuka. The CEO of this company is James Moria. The products, basically what it deals in is a private equity, real estate development, agribusiness, publishing, banking, power generation, beverage distribution. So if you go to total assets, it's worth US billion. So if you can see, it's not that small company. It's a very big company to the East African standards. So we go to the overview. Centum is publicly owned investment company with headquarters in Kenya. Its shares are listed on Nairobi Securities Exchange, where they are traded under ICDC. The company shares are also cross-listed to Uganda Securities Exchange. So if you're in Uganda, you can also buy it from Uganda, where they trade under symbol CENT. Centum is an investment channel providing investors access to a portfolio of inaccessible quality, diversified investments. So basically, that's what it is. Let's go directly to what it invests in. So, investment overview. Centum investments are organized into 4 key verticals. Number 1 is real estate portfolio. So, under real estate portfolio, these are the, if you're in Kenya, you know of these properties. One is Athena Properties, Two Rivers Development Limited. Two Rivers, actually, this is the one that owns Two Rivers Mall, which is the largest mall in East Africa. There is also Vipingo Development, Marina Pearl Marina. This is in Entebbe, Uganda. If you're in Uganda, you might be knowing of this. That's one portfolio of Centum. Another second one is private equity. So under private equity, there are many items. There is financial services, Nabo Capital, Zohari, Leasing, CDN Bank. All these items are in Kenya. So let's go to another item is fast moving consumer goods. You can check there is King Beverages, Isuzu East Africa, NAS Serve Air International. This one is a food company actually that serves at the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Longhorn Publishers. Longhorn Publishers is also a company that is also listed on Nairobi Securities Exchange. If you're interested in, you can also check it. Another aspect of its portfolio is marketable securities portfolio. So these are the items. Also, there is also development portfolio, Green Bread Growers Limited, African Crest Education Holdings, Akira Thermo Limited, Amu Power Company. So these are the portfolios that are owned by Centum Development Company. So basically, as I told you, I'm just going through. I'll just put the link below. If you want to read more, you can go through and read about its portfolio. Another important aspect of this company is ownership. So as of 31st March 2018, this is not updated, but still it gives us credible information. The company stock was owned by corporate entities and individuals. The 10 largest shareholders listed below. Cris Kirubi, 28.94. You can note this name because that's the second aspect we are going to talk about. There is Industrial and Commercial Development Corporation. This is an investment arm of Kenyan government, which is 22.7. International House Limited. This company is also owned by the same person. So if you total up, they are equal to 30%. So you can read most of the other parts. Another point is you can see is James Mwirigi, who is the CEO. So if you can see some of the staffs owning part of the stock, this is a confidence. It gives confidence to shareholders because they believe in it. So basically, this is the overview of the company, Centum Limited. So let's go to another second aspect. That is Cris John Kirubi. Who is Cris John Kirubi? We're not going much into him. He's one of the richest billionaires in Kenya. Actually, one of the Forbes magazine brought him as the second richest person in Kenya. But for today, we are not going to talk about that aspect. We are going to talk about his aspect in terms of Centum, his relationship with Centum and him. So as you see, he owns 28.94. This company of his, he also owns 1.5. So if you total it up, it says 30%. So he owns 30% of the company. So, and there is a news that came out that is written by Business Daily Africa saying Kirubi buys 92 million Centum shares. So what does this mean? Before going to this, let me first read this article that was written by the same newspaper in 2020 March that says billionaire Cris Kirubi to buy 2.7 billion more shares. So we can go ahead and say billionaire investor Cris Kirubi is set to buy an additional 20% stake in Centum Investment Limited. As I said, he owns already 30% in a deal worth 2.7 billion by the time investment firm's stock has hit its 7-year low. Actually, it may be less by this time because already the stock has depreciated to 16% to 16 Kenyan shillings per share. So it goes and says it will mark the second major share purchase by Cris Kirubi, who says that the company's prevailing share price on Nairobi Securities Exchange continues to undervalue its worth. So I'm just going to be reading through the key points. So he will seek to buy 133 million shares of Centum, marking his first major deal in recent years as he continues to recover from his serious illness. So this announcement of the new share purchase comes after Centum stock dropped to a nearly 7-year low, 20.5 on Monday. This marks 35% decline over the past 12 months. This was in March 2020. So he was buying it at 20. So what does it mean? He's a value investor because he waits for the price to go down so that he can buy. So we shall go, as I told you, go through into the key points. He went ahead and says Mr. Kirubi has said that he believes that Centum shares should be valued north of 100 per share. So I may not necessarily agree with this price, but I believe its price of Centum is worth 60 and above. So it's undervalued. I agree with him. So it went ahead and says the public is hereby notified by the Capital Markets Authority has granted Cris Kirubi an exemption from making a mandatory takeover offer in event that the shareholder makes any acquisition of up to 49.9% of the ordinary shares. So this one actually was the Capital Market Authority talking about that even if he acquires 50% of the company, he will not force people to buy them. So basically that's what it means. It means he only wants to raise his stake but does not intend to make an offer to take full ownership of the company. So basically that's what it says. That was in 2020. So let's go ahead and talk about another point that is very, very important. James Moria is also the CEO of the company. The CEO, Centum's chief executive, also spent more than 200 million from 2015 to acquire 5.5 million shares of the company that are now valued at 114 million. As I said, if the CEO or the staffs are currently buying the shares, that means a vote of confidence in the company. So I'm sure he's also buying, but of course he may be buying the raw shares. Basically that's what it says. So let's go to the recent article that says Cris Kirubi buys 92 million Centum shares, which is very, very important. So it says billionaire investor Kirubi has purchased additional 5.57 million shares of Centum investment company with a current market value of 92 million, embarking on his goal of acquiring an extra 20% stake in Centum stake in Nairobi Securities Exchange listed firm. So he has bought more than 5.5 million shares. Actually, as we read the previous article, it says he wants to buy 133 million shares. So he still has a long way to go, but he bought the 5.5 million shares. That is very, very important. Now, the business announced in March 23 last year that he would raise his stake to 49.9 from 30% after a share price fell the COVID pandemic. So actually, if you check this 5.75 and multiplied by the current price divided by this, you will find that actually he bought these shares on 16.1, which is a big discount. So this is the most important thing. Also, if we go to this one, Centum stock traded at an average of 16.05 yesterday, having shed 43% of the share price marks a deep discount of 76.4% compared to the firm's last reported net asset value of 68. So you can see he bought actually the stock at around 16.5, and according to this news, it says the deep discount of 76.4. I also believe actually this stock, it is discounted actually over an average of 60%. I totally agree with this assertion that it is discounted and it's worth around 60. So basically that's what it says. Let's go and talk about it. Something very, very important. Like most of other stocks on NSE, Centum has been a victim of prolonged bear market that got a new momentum from the pandemic. Yeah, because actually it also went down because of this pandemic. Basically, that's what it says. And also, I also go and read again on this. To acquire the extra 20% stake in a company, he will have to buy more than 133 million shares with current market of value of 2.1 billion. So you can see that he only bought 5.7 million shares, but he still has other more shares to buy. So that's basically what we can talk about. So let's say, what does this buying of 5.7 million shares mean to investors, all the new people who are planning to invest in this company? Number one thing is, if more people are buying a stock, the shares will be very few available. Therefore, if supply is limited, of course the price will go up. This is a very, very good news to us investors, and also on the side of people, because if he buys it, it means he believes in the company, as he has always said. And also, if you're new to this channel and also you're willing to invest, I believe this is one of the companies that you should start to look into, because it presents a very, very great value to an investor and also in a long-term perspective. So as I said, I own this company and I continue to buy it, and if I had more money, I would still be buying it, because at the moment as I record this video, it's about 17 Kenyan shillings per share. So this is what I had to say about this stock. As I always say every day and on my channel, please, if you're going to invest in any other company, in any stock, please do your due diligence, do your own thorough research, such that you don't make any mistake in terms of investment. Once again, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing such that you don't miss other videos like this. And don't forget to hit the bell notification so that if I release another video, you will be notified. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.